So let's have a look. What did we find from this vessel? Right, weight-wise, we seem to be leaning over somewhat. And it might be because the mystery goo was over one side. I thought that this particular service bay treated everything as the same weight, but perhaps not. Now, did they blow them because they were too high up, perhaps? The clamps were too high. Right, so parts, let's try putting them a bit lower down, like that. So the difference is now when what's going on here? What kind of angle is that? That's better. Right. That's clipping. So that will damage it. That's will that work? Hopefully they won't get too hot. I don't know. It might work. Can't use the clamps because they are parts still. Even they don't go anywhere. Right. Flyby 3. Let's do this. Stability assist. Bob, you're still the scientist, aren't you? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So far so good. They are holding it up. Liking it so far. Very stable. Got a bit of a wobble on there, a bit of a roll. Going to lose our solid rocket boosters any second now. So there you go. Wow, that was a bit closer than I would have liked. And we'll start leaning over. Pulling over that prograde marker. Apoapsis is now 16,000 meters. Loads of fuel in this stage. Bob, I think we're going for the moon, mate. Just keep you down onto that easterly direction. Too much deviation. 23 kilometers is our apoapsis height now. Looking good so far. This is a much better flight than we had before. Don't know what that was all about. Service plus orbital prograde is probably what we want. Actually, we probably want a bit more height, don't we? Yeah, we're not high enough. Especially all this heating effect. Let's get a lot more height. A lot more height. I think I ruined this launch. Apparatus is coming up really well now. That will get us into space. Not as efficiently as I was hoping. I was hoping this was going to basically get us into orbit and then some, maybe. But yeah, that's not going to happen now. It is only flyby we're after, so we're probably still okay. I've got a really good arc out here, though. That's think. Oh, we'll have to adjust that. Speed up time until we get near our apoapsis, where we can then do our burn. Round we come. And we're going to get in a position to start burning right away, because we're going to have a little bit of this really strong engine and then a whole bunch of the weak air engine. So we're starting it right away. Right, that is done. That was better than I expected. Much better than expected. Excellent. Happy, very happy with that. Now, right, now, soon as we see a moon, we will be heading straight away to the moon. Not even going to complete an orbit because it's just around the corner here. As soon as we see it, what we got here? Where's the moon? There it is. Position ourselves. And let's go. We will have to sort our eccentricity. Pushing out that apoapsis nicely. So again, no patch conics, no maneuver nodes. We've just got to do this by eyeball, which makes it a little bit more tricky. Just throttle down a bit so I can get this 11,400-ish. Sorry, 11 million. See, 11,400,000. Million to go. That's about there, but you see how far we are out. Now, I think if we go anti-normal from here, doesn't make much difference. I think we've got to wait until we're about halfway is the best bet, I think. So off we go. Actually using electricity, if we turn that off, does that? Not using any electricity. Fully charged. Can't even set them in as a target, which is a bit annoying. Right, now I think if we burn, see we're bringing that down now. So that we can intercept just there. Now if we go, let's go prograde. I just want to stretch it out just a little further, I think. Give us a bit more crossover time sort of thing. Loads of gas, shouldn't be a problem there at all, because we've got a periapsis of 107, so at this stage. So if we miss the moon, we're right back there. Not a problem at all. Right, F5 for safety. I'm surprised there isn't an option for EVA or any kind of science. Well, we can get mystery goo for 7.4, sorry, material stage 7.4, and a mystery goo for 3.1, and we can ask Bob to collect the data and restore it. Let's get your orientation right here. Collect the data and restore it. Should be able to grab and grab the ladder a bit and board. Excellent, so we've now capped out the high data. Hopefully we'll get an encounter with the moon now. Unfortunately, as you can see, I pressed a button which took us away from recording the game. So I'm going to describe basically what happened. I was able to push out my my orbit out towards the moon, and then halfway along I adjusted my inclination. That brought us back to sort of pointing in the right direction. So we we actually got a good encounter, which actually ended up us going to bump into the moon, actually crash into the moon. So a slight adjustment of radial burn there was able to give us a periapsis around the moon of about 20 kilometers. So I was able to get some science with all the science, then get Bob to go out, collect the science, reset the experiments for both high above the moon and then low above the moon, or whatever it's called, near the moon. And then was able to do a few EVAs as well, reports over some of the biomes, because the EVAs are biome specific. And then we left the moon's sphere of influence and had an orbit with a periapsis of something like 6.4 million kilometers to something like 14 million kilometers, because of the slingshot we were given from the moon's influence. And then you'll see in the next episode where I realised, and I put it back into the recording mode for the game as well, where you can see that I am now reducing my apoapsis down to try to get a good re-entry to Kerbin. So apologies for that. It was actually a really exciting, really good mission that I'm absolutely devastated that I didn't record properly. I've got all the audio that recorded fine. It was just there was a hotkey I didn't realize was set for the slash button, which took me to a different scene, which was not Kerbal Space Program, which didn't then record just because it's a black background. So apologies for that, and I'm sure we're going to do missions just as exciting coming up soon. So all I can leave you with these couple of postcards that Bob sent from screenshots. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode, and let's see how we get on with re-entry. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please consider giving me a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to hear about when I do some more videos. In the meantime, if you want to click on one of the other videos that I've done on a different game, then these are my latest ones. Please go ahead. Or if you click on the next video in this series, that'll take you directly to the next video in this series if I've done it and uploaded it. Thanks for watching.